Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing more Rakdos Sacrifice. We did cut the Defilers. They are in the side. If you didn't see my first video, this was in for the Bloodletter, but we're adding this in as a top end way to win the game. But what we're also doing is we trimmed on a Militia and added the Forest Surge so we'd have more removal in our starting hands to deal with some of the aggro decks. It's a new season, so we're going to approach one of the decks we had fun with, and we're going to go from there. Update, there's no outro to this video, so when the last match is done, it'll just be over. So a little bit longer of an intro. But outside of that, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoy, and if you do, please be sure to subscribe. I truly appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Opponent goes first. I mean, I think we can keep this, right? I don't see anything inherently wrong with this hand, but I could be proven wrong. Epic here. Could in theory be in the mirror. Could just be Rakdos aggro. That hesitation there kind of makes me think it is. Maybe not. I have no idea. Not a doctor. One. I will attack that. I'll draw two. They accomplished their goal, so they don't really care that much. But we have some solid plays coming. We just need to find like one more land. Get like the good stuff going. I'd like to put an Anvil on the stack. I want to pitch here. Honestly, Blood Tithe Harvester seems fine to toss, I think. With red-black, I feel like these removal spells have to be good, right? If you find one more land, always pass. Have a way to remove this and benefit. Go for the Throat's not going to be enough. They have to use cut down because Go for the Throat cannot remove an artifact creature. Sure. Do I play second Anvil? I think the answer is yes, but we do it post-combat. Attack. The poke. The pinch. It's a punch. You have for lunch. Play Anvil. Play the Blood Tithe Harvester. Blood Tithe Harvester is most likely not long to this world right now. I'm going to sacrifice this 1/1. I'm going to save the blood token for maybe later. Also, it doesn't die to maybe like a board wipe, which Brotherhood in is very possible here. Against the red-black like control deck. If this is like the big score thing like that, cannot sack that, so they will gain the life. I would love to blow that up in response to that target. Take my turn. So on one hand, I want to play this guy, but I'm actually going to play this one. The reason why is because I can do a lot of damage in response to a removal spell. The other way around, I cannot. Attack for 2. Just wait and see. Try to remove it. We'll do everything then. Non-token creature. Sure. And it comes back as a land, which is very nice. Is it still 4 more non-combat damage this turn? Yeah. The Bloodletter should be enough to get the job done here. 2 cycles there is probably not what you want. I don't do anything that fancy. Another Virtue. Play here. Let's play this guy. Let's move to combat. Attack. That deals 2. Then we can cycle, throw something, then activate that twice. It deals a total of 4. So very cool, very cool. This is like, man, this hand's awkward. I'm gonna keep. It's just like one creature away or something of just like drawing so many cards. So we're gonna give it a shot. And definitely gonna get that out of the way. Who knows? Maybe this will be the creature that we have to sacrifice to draw cards. Really don't hope that's the case. Getting more like the case. Let's just keep removing. Have to remove those so they don't get to play like the bigger dinos that are harder to kind of deal with. I mean, that guy is fine. We find one. We have a answer potentially. Turn. Can kind of take advantage of this matchup. We just have to worry about, you know, trample. Yeah, fantastic. Kind of like to do that anyway here. Find an Anvil and we find an offering, which is very, very nice. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Let's get Anvil down, get it up and cooking. We already played a land. It's not going to benefit too much necessarily from anything here. I do think I'm going to play the Militia, however. And I'm going to tap Militia, tap the blood token, ping, and then sack the blood token, and then ping again. To just get ready for this guy to come down. Another one of those. That's fine. You can see, it's weird. Like, the Dino deck's so awkward because on one hand, like, obviously what they're doing is really nice, but on the other, it's like a lot of times they just don't have the mana base to support how big their dinos are. This, that down, back this, take 4 more, and then we activate here and do this, and now they have to kill us from here. And not, we have another one to come in. If they just have a removal spell here, they bring this up. 3, an attack. It's +2 on tap. It's close. It's 5. Then we will just go to combat and remove them, or tap both these and get there that way. That removal came up massive on the early turns. I imagine so. Especially when you see this guy kind of lurking around. If we didn't remove the first one or the second one, they would have played that on the following turn and just blown us out of the water. So we end up getting there. It's very nice. Go first. His hand's like perfectly fine, so we'll keep. Maybe not the best hand of all time. I only say that because Anvil wasn't in our starting hand, but there it resides. So let's play a Harvester. Get him down. Might be able to schmoove this guy in. We'll go to combat first, of course. If they have like removal, they'll have to do it then. If not, they're taking 3. I guess. I guess that's a play you can make. Play Anvil. Most likely the control, like, this isn't going to matter too much right now. Let's go ahead and do this. And attack for this 3. This might be an over-exaggeration on, like, what to do. But I just didn't want them to be able to just sit here and chump forever. Or for 2 turns. Or even double block to trade us out. Sweet.
Organic minds are evil.
My turn. It's close. It was close. Here we go. Ping. Or double 1/1 and a ping. Pass. Now Jace has some question marks to answer. Maybe they'll have to populate. Field of Ruin come down. Kind of takes off my manland for sure. Will you play
Come
something?
subdued.
Like the answer is going to be no. Haunted Ridge. Go to combat. Actually, I don't really care. I'm attacking face. Because if we ever get this to stick, I think it's just over. Yeah. The exiling one? You're making that after you already declared blocker.
Keep watch for intruders.
Huh? I guess I can't stop you. Yeah. Oh boy. One damage each opponent. I hold this surge up for Jace. I think the answer is yes. You can try to force him to counter this. Uh-huh. This is all fine. Sack. Ping. Sack. Ping. Don't want them to make a threat after, so sacrifice. And I guess that's fine. Why am I getting stopped? I was making game actions the entire time. I was busy. I was doing plays. Leave me alone. Sure.
Nothing we will fold.
What? Brother, like, what? Relax. Could bring this up and just hit Jace down, and I think that's not a bad idea. Do I have lethal? I don't think so. I think I'm short. It's like 8. Yeah, let's bring up Vince with the combat, because I think their goal is to try to keep Jace around. And this. Ah, sweet. Let us Bonnie this, because I think it's more important. Make 2 1/1s, and we'll do the ping, and then we'll hold this to sacrifice another one of these if we have to. Mirix. Sure. Sure. Moves combat. We'll attack for 2. Okay. Already in combat. What you play? Okay. That was the time to do it, I guess. Do this. We'll sack one of these blood tokens, make 2 more 1/1s. And realistically, if it's another scenario in which they sunfall us, we can try to draw a card, and then we will play this and activate the Anvils twice. The only real fear is obviously a farewell. Farewell's pretty bad. Real bad. Oh, sunfall. Fire this up. No hesitation here. Might mean we're pretty much in the clear of a counter spell. But no, never know. You never know. Sure. I will draw another land. I mean, no hard counter spell in the stack. Good next. I'm gonna pass. do anything on the stack. Yep, that's all we needed. They just really needed to not respond until their turn. So I couldn't do anything in response because as soon as I activate Anvil, the damage didn't happen immediately. They're able to just remove it in response, and then they'll take like 5 damage, and then we'll get to potentially draw a card. But on their end step, they decided to try to remove it, so we did something in response. Go first. Seems like a good hand to fire off the cannons with. All for them. Good. Keep doing it. They'll be fine. I appreciate it. We'll play land and pass. Play. I like Skrelv, dude. What a goofy boy. When we play Harvester, we have like options with Harvester to sack and get rid of the Skrelv, and then maybe go for the throat something else, in which we can do in response. We just need them not to remove our Blood type Harvester. It's easier said than done. This is blue-white mid-range? Like with the Tidebinder mid-range? Who knows? Tidebinder, weirdly enough, doesn't actually stop the Anvil. It stops it once. It stops the trigger once, which could matter. But it does not shut it off permanently. The only thing it shuts off permanently is your creatures and planeswalkers. No pet, dude. Come on now. Come on now. I got the cute little dog. You just looking for some belly rubs. Alright. Coolest. Fantastic. So, blue-white toxic is the play. It seems we know what the plan is here. We're going to activate the Harvester. We're going to remove Skrelv in response to them targeting the Duelist. To give it protection from what I would have to assume is black. I'm going to go for the throat it. Let none of this happen. Get both the creatures off the board. Solve that and just call it a good day. And we'll pass. And now we have Anvil, and then we have Corrupted Conviction. And our opponent concedes. Just like that, we get a small little tempo play, and we win. Because they didn't have a pet. Go first. Hand seems like just more reasonable than most on what we've been doing lately. In terms of like having kind of the removal early plus like a top-end spell. Theater. Oh no. Is this Jund? Please be Jund. I didn't even look at it because I have no idea which ones these grab, and I'm going to be honest with you, don't really care. I only played these with Lord Winggrace. Blue-black, okay. Like to move to combat and hit you for 3. Sweet. Try? Oh, resolved. Sick. That's a sick, nasty play. Let's activate here. Let's get the Surge gone. So we can make our 1-1, trigger this. We draw. Then we pass. We hope everything's fine. That's a card. Battlefield. I mean, I'm gonna let it resolve. Upkeep, mill card, flying card, create treasure token. If it's a creature, milled, make a blood token. Okay. There's a lot on that card. It says a lot of text in a lot of ways. Do I just remove it and set up for this next turn? I think the answer to that is yes. Pump this out of the way. Let us epic here. So we have a blood token to cycle. Essentially, there's a combat. Bonk and boodle. Doodle and doodle. Stack the little skaboodle. And ping for 1. And then we'll pass. And then we have Bloodletter if they tap out here. To most likely not to block that, 'cause that's 6 damage. Make a treasure here. Land, so they make a treasure. Sure, now you have 2 mana. Go for the third as possible, obviously. Draw. We hit another land. Not ideal. Let's play this guy. try to do stuff in response. I guess they had a blue available. Something to think about. Use a combat. Get these attacks in. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh boy. I dead? I doubt. Sure. Stack this. Guess we can just wait, right? Land, make another treasure. They have 6 mana. They almost could have grabbed this back at this point. This is mana number 7. This is a Titan of Industry. That'd be tough for me to beat. Why did I open my mouth? Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, and then gain 5 life. So be it. I mean, obviously, Google is up. Just going to activate this. It's a draw. A lot of draws. Potentially. Hopefully we can set up with this. I don't know how I beat a Titan of Industry, but someone's got to know. Pass. What if we draw Anvil off the top, right? And we sacrifice the Drought, and then we draw land, and then we're able to play the Deepest Might. Just a thought. Could I've done this all in reverse? Maybe. I can't stop them. Making insects and stuff. Nobody can stop them but them. What's the... I mean, I'm going to see it here as soon as I bring up the name. The reanimate card. What's it called? That one. Yep. There he is. Cast another Titan. Or an Atraxa. Or... I don't know. Something else. Oh, what about a Ginge Taxus? That'd be cool. I'm down to lose to like about anything that you put on the stack, big dog. You just gotta put something. Make it bad. You have one whole cycle as well. You can just cycle a card. You know it's on top. That's messed up. I can't stop that. You didn't want to lose 3 life? Why not? Yeah. Let's try again. Can this cast from the graveyard? Hand or top. Trying. Let us keep pushing. Might have a counter spell or something. I can't stop him. Has to go for the throat. No. In turn, we do something in instep. No? Okay. Makes sense. I get it. I get it. We'll see a blood token cycle. Ha! I'm in danger. I mean, this game's over, boys. I'm just moving on. When it goes first, but her hand's really funny, so sure. Black. Cliff's Epicure. We want to get this started right away. If I know anything, I'll draw another land. All right, big dog. Oh, okay. I lied. Everything's not real. We play this. I move to combat. Try to smack for 1. Try to ping. Could counter it, I suppose. It does shut off a lot of value. Yep. One of the reasons, like, we probably wouldn't have played an Anvil there anyway. Looks like just blue-black control. Back. Great. Uh-huh. I'll take that play. Maybe they just don't have anything? A quick study? Sure. Comes with a tap land. We draw another land. Realistically. Well, what if? I thought about attacking with this. Maybe that is the play. Bring this up. Do combat attack. Then this. Draw. Find another vent. Hit. Just sack this. Don't really want to sack my blood token. I know we can make more creatures. Maybe that's what we should do against this deck here. Yeah, for 5. X command, maybe? Just one of the reasons we don't want to sack this blood token. Holy guacamole. Not bringing up the land this time because Go for the Throat can remove it. Even Cut Down can actually remove this. I don't find that necessarily cash money. Swing for 2. Great. We'll activate this. Then this land. Flash in a Fairy Vandal, I guess, if they want to. Not to. Me. We already made our 1/1. We could ping them for 1 more, but don't necessarily need to. Sure. Make Disappear your only counterspell. Is this the Ash Sizzle list that's been popping up? I think Make Disappear is the only thing. Option. A straw. Option. A straw. Definitely doesn't feel necessarily that great, that's for sure. 4/3 lifelinker is pretty good. Don't get me wrong. What are you discarding? Just 4. How does this work? It has to have 4 chorus counters. Okay. What are you discarding, if anything? My turn. Sure. Play land. They only can play like so many Gix commands, I think. What if we just play old Bloodletter here and then old Blood Tide Harvester? Then we just chill for a turn. I don't have to do anything too crazy. This only had lifelink for 1 turn, so I'll allow it to hit, I think. The amount of punching power we have next turn far exceeds anything that we would be doing this turn. And if they attack, then they obviously have to play something after it. They could also play a Bloodletter. Never know. Malcolm's pretty cool. We'll see what happens. Also missed a point of damage earlier, by the way, with the Anvil. I should have sacked my last, like, 1/1. Might matter. With this, you have to think in intervals of 4, and they're at 13, which means I have to do a whole extra damage for, like, presumably no reason. Oh my, I'm gonna stop talking. Leave me alone.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick.
Yeah. Sacrificing that's for
I've
sure.
always hated crowds.
You have an edict? Nothing. Okay. Put this guy on the stack. Would now like to put this guy on the stack. I like to activate this guy. Tap these two. Do this. That'll hit for a ton. No attacks, I guess. It's passed. There, one. An Anvil activation, a Bloodletter activate, or a Sunshot Militia activation. That was cool. We got to have the creatures together deal 8 damage, which was really sweet.